Good morning, New York. This is your dog, Joe Mad Dog Magliano, and you're listening to the Madhouse on WFAN Radio. Last night, New York entered Week 2 riding the high of their historic Week 1 blowout. They left barely breathing, with the city in panic mode and sports talk radio on fire. We will get to my reaction in a second, but first let's go straight to the New York Times article. Take it away, Ava Scarsdale.
The New York Times. Gridiron Chronicle. Monday back page. From hero to headache. Giants win, but Abrams throws 6 costly interceptions in disaster of a second half. By Reggie D'Amato, senior NFL columnist. Arlington. The New York Giants walked into Dallas as the talk of the NFL. They walk out undefeated, but unsure of who their quarterback really is. What started as a continuation of a Cinderella story turned into a roller coaster of dread, culminating in one of the most bizarre near collapses in franchise history. The facts. The Giants led 35-3 at halftime. Connor Abrams had 0 turnovers at halftime. By the end of the game, he had thrown 6 interceptions. 6. All in the second half. The Cowboys stormed back with 30 unanswered points, almost completing a historic comeback. And yet, despite the hurricane of chaos, New York somehow held on, winning 35-33. What happened to Abrams? Film shows a quarterback who simply lost his rhythm. Dallas shifted into disguised too high looks and baited Abrams repeatedly. 3 of his INTs went to safety Marquise Bell, the Cowboys' emerging defensive star. The throws weren't just off, they were telegraphed, misread rotations, stared down targets, and forced seam shots into brackets. This wasn't the Abrams of Week 1. This was the warning label on the East Coast air raid. Defense saved the day. Unbelievably. Dak Prescott was intercepted 5 times himself, all by different Giants. Dane Belton, Cordell Flott, Nick McLeod, Bobby Okereke, Kayvon Thibodeau. The Giants' defense, despite being shredded for yards again, came up clutch when it mattered. Blackburn steady once more. Rookie fullback Kerry Blackburn continued his dominant early campaign. 128 yards rushing, 1 TD, brutal short yardage conversions and another 50-plus yards after contact. When Abrams fell apart, Blackburn kept the Giants afloat.
How do you blow a 35-3 lead? 6 picks. 6. New York. What happened? I'll tell you. 1. Cam Bennett's offense uses only 5 base plays. Dallas adjusted. Abrams didn't. 2. The shotgun-only structure leaves no variation in cadence or formation. Once the Cowboys recognized route combos, they sat on them. 3. Abrams' inexperience with post-snap rotations was exposed. 5 of the 6 INTs were thrown versus disguised coverage. 4. The Giants' defense lives by chaos. They create turnovers, but allow huge yardage. 5. Psychological collapse mid-game. After INT number 3, film shows Abrams' feet becoming skittish and rushed. Alright, folks, phone lines are open. We're talking Giants. Big Mike from Manhattan.
This kid might have the arm, but his brain? Bro, it ain't ready.
Jenny from Montclair.
I don't care that we won. A franchise QB cannot look like a lost toddler for an entire half.
Tony from Bayside.
This is coaching. Cam Bennett relies on 5 plays and vibes. That's not a scheme, that's a disease.
Eddie from Brooklyn.
Relax. Mahomes threw picks as a rookie. So did Peyton. Let the kid learn. It's only one game. And we won.
We are not comparing that mess to Peyton Manning right now. But you do have a point. It was only one game against a division rival, and we did win. Ava, what did you think?
Well, I'm thinking, how about that defense? The defense, after allowing a massive 30-point rally, rose to the occasion when the team needed it most. Dak Prescott threw 5 interceptions, 1 to Dane Belton, Cordell Flott, Nick McLeod, Bobby Okereke, and Kayvon Thibodeau. It's like everyone was going to get a pick. The Giants' defense kept New York in the game despite Connor Abrams' uncharacteristic misfires.
That was the lovely Ava Scarsdale. And Ava, while I'm inclined to agree with everything you say, let's hear what the fans are saying on these social medias. At NyG Fan Despair. This man went from Josh Allen to Zach Wilson in 30 minutes. At Analytics Nerd NY. Connor Abrams' EPA per play in the second half is so low it triggered 3 warnings in my spreadsheet. At Cowboys Nation. Marquise Bell owns part of this kid's soul now. At Giants Film Room. Every single INT was the same mistake. Rookie QBs don't handle disguise well. Ava, the fans don't sound so unforgiving. Now, here's The Beat Writer's Film Study with Jan Duggan. Jan.
Thank you, Joe. Hello, New York. This is the Beat Writers Film Study, and I'm Jan Duggan. Let's get straight to the topic. Connor Abrams. He struggled with post-snap reads, forced balls into tight windows, panicked mechanics after early mistakes. Scheme did not adjust to help him. He looked elite in first half, unrecognizable in second. Kerry Blackburn remained the most stable offensive player. Multiple runs where he carried tacklers 3+ yards. Dallas resorted to run blitzes specifically for him. The defense was opportunistic, turnover-focused, weak versus middle of field, insane pass rush win rate from Dexter Lawrence. Here are some locker room quotes and gossip. Dexter Lawrence, trying to calm reporters. "We got his back. He'll bounce back. It's one of those games." Slayton said, "We trust Connor. He just has to breathe and let the game come to him." Beat writers report, "It seems like the team's got his back. So maybe we should just be patient."
Thank you, Jan. So, here's the spectrum of the media predictions for Week 3. The optimists say, he'll bounce back. Week 2 was growing pains. The realists say, if he has another 3+ pick day, you have a problem. The pessimists say, he's a turnover machine waiting to happen. The bottom line, this kid has superstar talent. But the Giants must consider reducing his route responsibilities temporarily. Shotgun-only football is a mental grind for a rookie. If this coaching staff does not adapt, they risk breaking him mentally. Before we go, here's Mad Dog Joe's bold prediction for Week 3. Kerry Blackburn will take over the team if Abrams keeps imploding. The Giants' defense hold. Giants win 24-17. Alright, that's it for us. We'll see you next week after our 2-0 Giants take on the 0-2 Denver Broncos.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Denver Broncos.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And we're talking about a young man who's been the talk of the NFL here in September. Came in and looked right at home. His team's 2-0. He's playing well. What's the big thing for him now, though? Not to become complacent. And I think the coaching staff has been working on exactly that.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the the play fake. Abrams. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And that one too wide and incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Nix to try again on 2nd and 10. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. On the give, this is their fullback. Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle. The Giants at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
On 1st down, Abrams. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Abrams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
We just saw another nice game there. How about some kudos for the offensive line, being able to carve some space in the interior all game long and let the big guy rumble.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Next to throw on first down. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding, because that one was well over everyone's head.
On second down now, Prince. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Nix on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Well, this defense for the Giants, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 1. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Abrams. That's complete to Slayton. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Abrams. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Abrams able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter as that's a 1st down. Back to throw, Abrams. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Back to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Looking to throw. Abrams. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing Nix. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Abrams looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Brandon Aaron Jones picking it off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Abrams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now a carry here for their fullback. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. To throw on 3rd down, Abrams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Back to throw. Abrams. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive, but the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback quarterback, Charles, couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy, turned to a little more power, they score.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They run the counter. Prince. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, Prince. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Oh, some strong running. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Bo Nix,
55 yards.
And the Broncos have yet again retaken the lead.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On 1st and 10, Abrams.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Singletary trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, big man with the ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, as his guys have now moved out in front. And this is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, here's Nix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Abrams, throw left side, taken in by Slayton. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Abrams. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Nix to the air. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dexter Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Throwing on 2nd down, Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Abrams. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Abrams. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 25 yards that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Abrams. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now it's Nix. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game. In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. And the catch made by Johnson. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on 1st down. Abrams, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Operating from the gun, Abrams. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 3-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Denver's offense now set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and a yard. Here's Nix. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
They go play action here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, Abrams. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Operating from the gun. Abrams to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
To throw is Nix. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Nix. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
3rd and long. Here's Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Operating from the gun, Abrams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Abrams. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Throwing on 1st down, Abrams. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Robinson's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw. Nix. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Nix once more. His throw incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were... And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Josh Reynolds, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Possession switching back to the New York Giants. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, Johnson, nice grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Viking 18. Mike 41. You got to wedge that up.
They run here with Singletary. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
I'm going back to you. Mike 41, Mike 41. Go. 79 Broncos.
To throw on 2nd down. Abrams being chased out left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, it's Nix. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Nix. And he coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Abrams to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Abrams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Here's Carter now on the return. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Nix now on 1st and 10. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Abrams. And that's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this will be a Giants 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. They go right back to Singletary. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Abrams. That is caught. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Operating from the gun, Abrams. He's to the 15. Touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal. Now a hit and a loose football. And who's got it? The Giants. And oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Operating from the gun, Abrams. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Looking to throw, Abrams. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Malik Neighbors, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter. And the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. On first down, Nix. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Broncos on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 6. Nix from the shotgun. going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll go play action with Nix. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Nix. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He finds his man Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 69 yards rushing now for Singletary, and he's got a 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop it. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.